All right, welcome to Culturally Uncultured with your boys, Jimmy and Colin.
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 Colin?
Who the fuck are you?
Colin.
Colin. I think I called you.
Colin.
Conor Dolan.
Dolan, yeah.
Colin.
I actually, quick funny story. I have been called that before, and then it evolved to colon to semicolon. And then because my grammar when I was at school was usually really shit, and one of my teachers always ripped me and ended up just calling me semicolon as like a bit of an irony.
Yeah. I call you Semi.
Generally, people call me Semi because of it. One of my best mates, Mike, back home, calls me Semi. Yeah.
Semi-colon. There you go. My brain went Conor Dolan and Colin.
Colin.
Well, it's Jimmy and Semi for Culturally Uncultured.
Yeah, now I'm getting a little colonoscopy.
Look, we're going to do a short one here because I'm going to jump off, so we'll probably do it in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we had to talk about it. Obviously, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Jim and I we've seen it. I went solo. Did you go solo?
No, I went with the missus.
Okay.
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, well, good one for that. Yeah, it's like, I'll never leave you for that long. But man, oh my God.
So we haven't spoken to each other about it. I think you said a voice note that was just like, what was it? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was it. That was it, yeah. I came out of the cinema completely speechless. That was one of my favourite movies I've watched in the last 5 years.
We haven't spoken about it. I guess I loved it. I got one. I do have one thought on it, but I'll hold it. Where does it sit?
In Nolan's.
Yeah, in Nolan's.
Yeah.
Should we go? Filmography.
I think we go. Should we go through a couple of our initial thoughts, but then I think we can finish on where it ranks for us. I wrote down a few initial thoughts when I came out of the cinema. They're pretty random, eclectic mix of thoughts. But first one was straight away in the opening, kind of scenes with the Trojans. But how fucking good is the armor in it? The Trojans' white armor as well. I know that the whole chat's with Agamemnon, but I loved the Trojan armor, the white and the masks. And I was there like, these guys look unreal. And I was there like, just coming in straight away, absolutely nailing Elliot Page with the spear and the bow and arrow. I was there like, whoa. And
that's what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Sorry, Elliot.
But
the internet was, and then they came back later. And you're like,
really clever though what they did with her character, of her being like the bravest character in there. Apologies, shit, about to get cancelled.
You can cancel Conor in the comments now.
But with his character obviously being the bravest, obviously everything he's done personally as well. But that's the first thing I noticed.
And not Achilles. Where did that come from? I thought that was.
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be Achilles, but obviously, I think
it was just fake.
Vicious, little rumours. The second one was. Claustrophobia would have broken me in that Trojan Horse. I'd have been out. I'd have been that guy, been like, get me out of it. Just when he tries, they talk about burning it, he'll be like, nope. The claustrophobia genuinely would have broken me. Also, they've been on that beach for 10 years. Do you not think they would have realised where the tide would have come in and out at? And I was like, let's maybe not make this horse just here where we're going to drown.
Right on the water?
Yeah, where we're literally going to drown.
Can we build the horse 10 metres away?
Yeah.
In 10 years, we've learned nothing.
You would have thought about that. Yeah. But apparently not. But that would have really gotten to me. When you've seen the guys drowning, the smell, I
did have an issue with how, because I also watched, I rewatched Troy over the weekend. Yeah. Like how perfect the Trojan Horse was. In
Troy?
In
how nice he,
it's so smooth and perfect.
Slick.
Yeah. And I'm like, do you have that much expert level of craftsmanship? On a beach, because the one in Troy is it's hodged together with ropes and it's literally bits of the ships that they've made. This thing was perfect.
They would have
they sanded it down.
So, it's for Athena, mate. You got to make sure it's coming in looking sharp. Some nice fades in there. Nice hooves, very good detail. No, they would have definitely had people that had been good with wood for the boats.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
perfect. Yeah. But and the last couple of thoughts I had as well were obviously the ending. I know I'll post on this, but that meme, whoever creates that meme of the ending literally being the Billy Madison dodgeball scene is fucking 10 out of 10. We'll clip this together if you've not seen it, but one of the funniest things. And then the other one is with the ending, Odysseus. Moving like that at that age, fucking people up when he's meant to be in his 50s. Yeah. I was like, mate, my hammy knee, something would have gone straight away. 20 years, just traveling around on the beach, and you're there, he's there, just tearing through cunts at 20, 30 years old.
I think I was struggling to enjoy that scene because I was too busy yelling at the screen and
great beard and white hair.
Tom Holland being like, "Fuck him up! What are you doing?" Yeah. He's upstairs with that guy. I'm like, "Stop being a little bitch."
Yeah. just seriously, just get him.
Yeah, just fucking do anything.
Yeah,
throw something at him, tackle him.
Bow and arrow, sneak up
just
on him.
Just run at him and grab.
But Robert Pattinson in that though really was good. When it was like, get him, get the spear, get the spear, like get the shield,
Intinius.
kill him.
I think my big takeaways from it were
God, he's a good bad guy. He plays a good dickhead, doesn't he, Robert Pattinson?
He's just on fire at the moment. Everything he's in, he has so much range. To also go from to not get typecast out of Twilight and also be in Harry Potter, Cedric Diggory.
Yeah.
And then have be Batman, the one you talked about.
He's not.
What's the one with Zendaya?
What is in
the movie?
The drama, which is really amazing.
He's just done so much. I actually think in the Odyssey, for me, in acting ability, he's 1A. I think there's a gap between the next performances. I think his performance in it is that good.
Really.
That's how I was just watching going, this guy's fucking on fire.
Yeah.
I was so... Because this is the only negative thought I had about the film, is this is still a positive one. I was so fuck, I could not see Robert Pattinson. I saw this character that I hated. And I was like, fuck you, I wanted him to die, and I was so lost in the performance. There were just moments in the film, and look, I think it's a very hard character to nail because there's such a nuance and it's so many years and there's different parts of him. But Matt Damon. There were times where I'm watching the film going, I'm watching Matt Damon.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't unsee it?
I just couldn't unsee it. But I think I think it was a phenomenal performance. But I don't know if it's just again because that character he's fighting in a Trojan War, then he's he's a bit younger, then he's older, and it's there's just so much range to it. You know what I mean? It's not you're sort of not just nailing one sort of guy he's going through all this stuff, and there were just times where I'm just I was my brain went to the Team America and Matt Damon.
Yeah. My thing with Matt Damon was, I think it was a clever casting because the whole film makes you feel very conflicted. Obviously, I think it was really clever how they highlighted this whole thing and how this realization of what have I started, what have I created, in this amazing victory, the cost of victory.
At the end, where he's sitting on the steps, and it turns out Zendaya, she's playing.
Yeah, everyone
it's a reincarnation of the young girl that was killed.
Yeah, there's a few theories on it, but everyone think it's her face, or is it vice versa? If she is just Athena, and it was Athena showing her face with that when that bending was happening, was it vice versa?
But I mean, just that whole whether each of the other, just such a great scene.
But then Matt Damon, though, as an actor, as a character, you can't help but in everything you watch like him and vouch for him, and naturally you will vouch for Odysseus, and for a lot of the things he's done, you shouldn't. And I think it's obviously really clever of his trick that he played is caused obviously this kind of deconstruction of civilization and people getting raped and murdered and everything like that, and he knows it. You shouldn't be supporting this guy and all these decisions he's making to get back home are killing his men, and he starts to know it. And you're there I shouldn't really be supporting this guy, but it's Matt Damon, so you can't help but vouch for him, and I think that's the clever casting aspect of it.
It's funny. I've spoken to people who don't like Matt Damon, and they were they're I'm not very into Matt Damon as a performer, as an actor, but they were I was so into him in this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because I actually like Matt Damon, but I'm I think he's a great actor. I love a lot of the things he's in. Obviously starting with Good Will Hunting very early and then through his career. But I don't know. There were just times where I was taken out of it. I was I'm watching Matt Damon.
Really? Yeah. I know. Yeah, there's the odd occasion, but I like the.
I don't think. By the way, I'm not saying I wasn't his performances. Yeah. I thought his performance is incredible, and again, you've got to show so much range and nuance to be you've got to still kind of like him, and he's still doing these dumb decisions with But there were just times where I was it's Matt Damon. I don't know why I kept seeing Ethan Hawke in that role. Just the more nuanced.
Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's an interesting one.
The beard and I don't know.
I think one of the ones people have been saying that could have done that, and it'd have been obviously a very different movie, but Christian Bale.
Yeah, I saw Christian Bale, Leo.
It becomes a really different. I don't know if I could get behind Leo in it.
I don't know. This is what I'm saying. People said online. I don't think I can get Leo behind it.
Christian Bale, I could. It becomes a much more intense, heavier movie with Christian Bale.
Know, that's what I kind of wanted, though. I kind of wanted a more intensity version of that for that character. Because I'm he's intense. They don't show it in the movie, but when the Cyclops, he yells his name.
Yes.
to say who did it.
Yeah,
In this
yeah,
one,
yeah.
He just shoots the arrow, obviously, at the end. He
Yeah.
says, like, it's, Odysseus, and that's why then he tells Poseidon, his dad, he's like, go get Odysseus, and that's what curses him out on the ocean. But it's like, this guy is just obviously tormented and angry. I kind of wanted a bit more of that, and like, not
the
as much
grittiness.
And then they like, in the actual story, like, there's a separate thing where they eat the poppy flower and they get confused.
Yeah.
And then he actually wants to go with Charlize Theron's character. He chooses to go
that,
live with her and fuck her, essentially, for
yeah,
7 years.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, they try to conflate it to be like, he didn't know what he was doing. I think that was to make the character more likable, maybe.
Yeah.
You can't,
oblivious to having that obliviousness to it.
You're not going to root for him if he's rooting some other bird and then going, all right, well, I'll go back home now to my wife and kid.
But yeah. It's actually so spot on.
Yeah. All right, well, that's enough of that.
Gotta
pop out.
Yeah. But I guess who fills that role and who does it well? Obviously, very intense. Like Bale. God, there aren't many people that probably at that age, because you need to have that age where you can go young and old as well.
I don't know if he could play this role, but I just thought it was interesting as well because obviously Nolan loves to use the same characters, but he did ask Tom Hardy to be in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know in what role, but Tom Hardy turned him down because he's currently releasing an album.
It's a rap album.
Yeah, so he's Frankie Pulitzer.
So, he was a rapper before he was in music as well.
He got a record deal when he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
He's like done rapping like behind the scenes. He grew up wanting to rap, creating beats and stuff with his mates. But yeah, he turned it down. He's like, I'm really like focusing on this. And I've listened to like one of the tracks off the album. It's fucking incredible. Like he actually can rap. Like it's really good. But I don't know. I don't know if he could be Odysseus. But
what movie does this turn into if it's Tom Hardy? It's like some guy changing his really muffled voice and changing his voice, changing his accent on every journey he goes on.
Because I don't know. I could see a real more gruffer person playing that role, and it's kind of like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just. The realness of it as well, like the things that they did, obviously like the not using CGI, the actual giant puppet that they had of the Cyclops in the cave.
Yeah.
The changing the men into pigs, how they use that with
that was incredible. That scene makes you so uncomfortable. Makes you so uncomfortable. Pulling it out. That really got me that bit.
But yeah, just incredible, like incredible piece of like just movie making, like if you're a film nerd
of art.
It's art. That is a definition of art. Wanting to shoot it all as well in the IMAX stuff for those things weigh like hundreds of kilos.
Yeah.
I thought Tom Holland was really good as well.
Yeah, there's been some mixed parts with him, but I actually do. I've come around to it, and there was some times when you're a bit like, okay, mate. But I think in the end, I actually quite liked his sort of the kind of naivety he brings in a role as well.
Because I think like I've seen people hammer him a bit, but I think that's also the character. Like it has to be a bit like his character can't show any like evolution or like growth in the film because if he does, then he would stand up and he would become king of Ithaca and he would be like, "Mum, I'll protect you."
Yes.
He kind of needs to be sniveling and not. Because again, if he stands up and becomes the man he needs to be and whatever, then there's no need for Odysseus to come home and kill all those people, the suitors. Yeah. So he kind of needs to be that sniveling little like. Otherwise, it doesn't work. The story doesn't work. So I think he played that part well, considering he's also in Spider-Man. So you're in like the if we're talking this arty Christopher Nolan film, you're in that and a big popcorn CGI fest. To do both, and apparently we haven't seen Spider-Man yet, but I've seen the reviews of like they're saying it's the best Spider-Man film.
Really? Oh, that's a big hit. That's a big swing.
There's a guy that used to work with Steve Ditko, who came up with Spider-Man with Stan Lee. And he went and saw it, and he said this is his this would have been
how he envisaged it.
Their version of Spider-Man.
But, wow, really?
Yeah, they're like this film has nailed their original vision better than any film so far, like in terms of the actual character. So I'm really excited.
Jesus,
him and Zendaya. Fucking in love and in movies together.
Being all cool and nice and likeable. Yeah. God, she's on a heater this year as well. Her and Arpats, obviously, they do the movie together. They're both in this. Then she's just obviously throwing Spider-Man into the mix. They're both in the Odyssey. Then she's throwing Spider-Man into the mix. I think he's got something else, but then they're obviously both in June at the end of the year as well. Like, fucking A, how do they get the time? And B, just like, all of those are looking amazing. They've all been great.
Yeah.
Pattinson as well, and I go back to that as well. I know you can dislike some of his movies, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're bad movies.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go through and trying to think. He's not really ever had that much of a a mark, like that much of a flaw in his career in a movie he's done. Everything he's been in has always usually been pretty well received. It's either been massively liked by like a whole group of fans, and you might not like it, but I think you can't necessarily say they're bad movies. Like the Twilight movies, for example, are a huge hit, and you can't necessarily say that they're bad given the success they've brought.
Did you watch Mickey 17?
Yeah, it wasn't amazing, but it's still, I think, a good enough movie.
But no, to that point, like I enjoyed it. I don't think it was amazing, but there's a whole huge bunch of people that love that movie.
Yeah.
Like if you go online, they fucking froth that movie.
Yeah.
Like his films have always found an audience, right? He's created something that, he's
sneakily becoming like one of the actors of the
beggars out of here. He's like, beggars was a slur back then. He shouldn't be saying the B word.
But also just to finish up, I know we've got to wrap up quickly, but in that Matt Damon role, just want to go through some actors sort of in their 40s.
Yeah, I like
that. Who you think could have done this? So I'm just pulling this list from like the kind of top male actors in their 40s. Gosling, no.
No, but again, now going to be in the Marvel universe.
Yes,
Ghost Rider.
Colin Farrell, I think, was actually a little bit interesting. I know he's done Alexander the Great, but it wasn't amazing. I don't know what that becomes with him. I don't know if he necessarily had like the weight for that. James McAvoy, I actually thought was quite interesting.
Yeah,
how gritty he can actually get quite gritty as like a character actor as well.
Yeah,
when he gets his beard going and whatnot.
Stuff,
Seth Rogen, absolutely not. This one I thought was also quite interesting. Oscar Isaac, I actually quite like the idea of Odysseus.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Think of him as, I'm thinking of it as Lado Atreides when he's got the beard, and I feel like he's got that sort of presence and that wiseness.
Yeah.
That kind of cunning element to it. Rami Malek, no. Eddie Redmayne, no. Cavill would have been amazing, but like, no, I want to see him in everything. Yeah. Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. I still think like...
Cillian Murphy?
I still think that real brooding, like a Christian Bale, a Tom Hardy, like a real brooding, like a man of war who's just, you're kind of hating.
Looks like they've been around the block.
Yeah, and like fit, like, and you just kind of like, because I think the problem with it for me was like
Fassbender? That would have been intense. That would have been a seriously intense movie, yeah.
I still even think like Ethan Hawke, that was the one I couldn't get past of him being like, because he does those characters that have nuance so well. Like, he can say so much without saying anything. And I think that was a lot of the part of Odysseus. Like he's looking around and looking out or thinking or longing and Ethan Hawke with, the big beard that he can grow and
there's kind of, I don't know necessarily if he's like the good like warrior wise.
That's my problem with him in that role.
He'd have had to really bulk up, and I think that would have looked weird.
That's what I'm like. Then you go back to like you look at Christian Bale who's bulked up, gone skinny and everything. I think he would have been great, or Tom. Because I feel like Tom deserves a lead in a Nolan film.
Eventually, I don't know. Maybe as he gets older, because the thing with Nolan, you kind of get credit in the bank with him, don't you?
Yeah.
Like Damon did it for so many different little roles with Oppenheimer and Interstellar and whatnot. Just before we wrap up on that, I think going obviously alive right now, but this in my head, thinking back to it, would have been such a good, whether he was playing the Odysseus role or the Antinous role, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
You could think I could see him doing both.
It's funny. I was actually thinking of like.
I think with the way he kind of aged, you seeing him age, I think that Odysseus role would have been perfect. When he's kind of got this sort of scraggliness as well.
I think Heath Ledger's a great comp for Robert Pattinson. Like
they
both can do like the teen, like he did. I don't know if he would about you, like Cedric Diggory.
Really is, yeah. Could have had a very similar
funny
career.
Thing, but then also can do the real serious nuance. You could see Heath playing Antinous. You could see Robert Pattinson playing the Joker.
Yeah, I don't know if you could have seen that like the switch arounds. I don't know what Ledger would have been like, but like would have done that double villain role for him, given how good the Joker was.
Yeah,
that's why I think it would have maybe gone for the Odysseus thing. But I think just the way he was aging and how it could have been.
Sad.
And how he can get that dark side,
Phenomenal. And then people I chat to, I never got to meet the bloke, but people I chat to that knew him are just a ripper.
The all-time guy,
just one of them all-time.
Well, they always say, like in this documentary, they're saying with Entourage, obviously everyone thinks it's Mark Wahlberg and his group, but the guy who creates Entourage was like, a lot of it is inspired actually from what Heath Ledger did, because he would open up his house to the Aussies and when he was away and have all these amazing parties, and apparently a lot of the kind of culture and lifestyle of doing that was a lot of Heath focused.
Yeah.
Sad. But I just wanted to finish up then. So where are we putting the Odyssey in our Nolan list?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's top 3 for me. I still think.
What are you going top 3 then?
My top 3 are Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Interstellar, and then I mean it could be The Odyssey. I think I need to see it again. I've obviously only seen it once. I think The Prestige is one that we were just talking about pre. I really like.
Yeah.
And what am I not thinking of?
You've got like sort of
Interstellar, Dark Knight,
Dunkirk.
No, not Dunkirk.
Weren't a fan of Dunkirk?
That was right.
I loved it. Is it very film nerd, cinephile kind of movie because of how it was shot and how moody it is. Like, I know they don't talk for like 20, 30 minutes, which is just insane. But yeah, you got Oppenheimer, Odyssey,
Prestige,
Dark Knight, Tenet, Memento, bit of an oldie.
Maybe it's something I need to give another spin.
Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Do you like? It depends how much you like Bane, really. I guess is that sort of side of things.
The Dark Knight is just clearly there. I think it's Inception. Sorry, I was missing Inception. For me, Inception, yeah. I like Dark Knight, Inception, and Interstellar. That's my three. And I think the Odyssey is there for knocking on the door.
I love Interstellar. I'm trying to separate whether I think I like it because of how good Hans Zimmer's score is. Like,
I watched it again the other day, by the way.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, I do love it as a movie. I don't know, like McConaughey's so good in it. I love him, but I don't know if he's doing a bit too much in it. But I'm like, do I love the score of this so much that it's actually making it a better movie than what it actually is? Like, fucking Hans Zimmer, literally, I'm pretty sure the guy just blacks out on the last third of the movie when he's going through the black hole, and you're there just like, he's going at it with the keys, he's there just like, oh, Hans is in.
He's locked in.
I'd put this in my top three.
Okay, so your top three are?
I'll go this, The Odyssey. I would go, this is really tricky. I would go...
Dark Knight.
I don't know, I would.
Okay. Interstellar?
Maybe from a personal point of view, and then maybe I'd go Dunkirk as well. I didn't mind Tenet that much.
Yeah.
Dunkirk probably I'd throw in there.
Okay.
But yeah, and then just to finish on Nolan as well, one fun little bit of trivia I did see on this is that he was originally attached to do Troy as well.
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
So originally he was doing Troy, and then the guy who did Troy is the guy who did the Neverending Story, who killed the horse. You know, they'd kill the horse in that movie.
Yes,
He did it on purpose. Purposely. I can't remember. He's an old actor. But he was attached to direct a Batman vs Superman movie. And then that
was it, yeah.
Then I think it was the early, like they scrapped that and went, we're not doing that.
The guys basically swapped over.
So they go, we're going to restart Batman, which is Batman Begins. Yeah, so they said, Nolan, you get the Batman one, and this guy gets Troy.
Troy, yeah. So I think Peterson, something like that. I can't remember what the guy's name.
But it's just a great what if, because what would Troy be like if Nolan directed it? Because Nolan would have been so young, and he's not the director he is now, and also he would have had to take that cast.
Yeah.
And if you look at that cast, they all do their own dialects. Eric Batter's an Australian.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, mates, we've got to get down to the fucking beach.
I think he's the best part. He's my favourite character in that.
He's so good in it. There is
good.
Definitely a Melbourne twang in his accent.
Yeah.
I rewatched it the other night. It's a great film, but it would have been interesting to see what Nolan would have done with it.
Yeah.
Considering the way he directs and uses stuff.
Yeah.
A great what if. But then also, if we get that, I don't know. We don't get the Dark Knight.
No,
because I don't think then he goes back and does superhero movies.
And then whether Nolan does a good enough job on it, what does his career turn into? Does he get into like director jail a little bit?
It's
whatever
just
happens.
a great little cinema what if.
Yeah, big time.
If that happens.
I think we've got to wrap it up there, though. Is there anything you want to touch before we finish?
No, I had some more beer names, so I can keep them for next week. I do have a couple of dad jokes that I wanted. We'll play just to finish on a little bit of a laugh on a lighter note. Let's see what we have in here. All right, here we go. I think we've got three. All right.
I lost my watch at a party once. An hour later, I saw some guy stepping on it while he was harassing some woman at the party. Infuriated, like absolutely pissed, I immediately went over, punched him and broke his nose. No one does that to a woman, not on my watch.
That is...
God, that took a second.
Not on his watch. Yeah, that is a dad joke.
That is a very dad joke.
Very good dad joke. Right.
Asked a hooker if she's ever been picked up by the fuzz. She said, nah, but I've been swung around by my tits.
Okay, there's one more. Where did I put it? Shout out to Ant. We'll try and get this up Sunday. If you do have any more beer names, I'll get that uploaded. We'll try and get them up. Here we go, the last one.
So I tried a cold plunge the other day. I wanted to feel refreshed. I wanted to feel young. And I got out of it and I looked down at myself and I went, nope, that's too young.
Nice, good finish.
Yeah, good finish. Yeah, finish strong. All right.
That's all from Culture Uncultured this week.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, highbrow stuff. Cheers, guys.